AFTV. It's a 3-0 win Monday night away at Oxford in the FA Cup, and we're through. And it's Manchester City next. But before we discuss Manchester City, we got the job done today, Laurie. Main takeaways from the game for you?
You know what? I know it sounds a bit cliched and maybe a bit cheesy, but it's almost like a game of two halves, really, wasn't it? You know what I mean? That first half was very flat, wasn't very impressive. No one really shined. I was kind of asking questions of people who previously I would spoken about that I'm looking forward to seeing, namely Vieira and people like that, and Sambi. Second half, though, much better. Got to say, Vieira, man, those 2 assists were superb. And this is something that I had been calling out for when we played Newcastle. I wanted someone to come off the bench and try something a bit different and affect the game. And he showed today, even though he didn't have a great game from start to finish, but in moments, he showed that he has that little bit of extra quality that can open teams up. So I was really pleased that he did that today. And of course, Eddie getting 2 goals, always pleased to see that. So overall, man, yeah, job done.
Job done. But one thing stood out in terms of the negative side of it all, and that's Saka coming off with what seemed like an injury. How important is Saka for this Sunday North London derby?
Yeah, when I saw that, man, my heart skipped a beat. I thought, I hope it's not too serious. Because at first I thought it might have been cramp, but then it looked a bit more serious than that. They're saying it could be a muscle injury of some sort. I hope not. But listen, if he's out for Sunday, that's a massive blow. But we don't know for sure yet. So I guess we have to keep our fingers crossed on that one. Because we do need Saka this weekend against Tottenham for sure.
We do. Does that affect your confidence going into that game?
Well, yeah, undoubtedly, if he's not available, you have to say that's a big blow for Arsenal. And I don't know. I mean, listen, yes, we can replace him, but it's going to be difficult to replace him. He's been playing so well this season, and he's been one of our major attacking threats and goal threats. So, and a game like that as well, you really need him there. So, let's be positive, man, and wish it into existence that he plays on Sunday.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. Fingers crossed. Manchester City next. You know,
Easy one.
I said it to Dylan. We all knew we had 2 big games coming up in Tottenham and United, but Manchester City away and the FA Cup has been added onto that list. Can we do it against City? Can we knock them out of the FA Cup?
Yeah, why not? Listen, man, you saw what happened to Aston Villa. They got knocked out by Stevenage. You saw what happened to Newcastle. They got put out by Sheffield Wednesday. One thing about the FA Cup, you're always going to get shocks and surprises, and we can definitely go there and win. Obviously, it depends on the teams that the 2 respective sides play. But Arsenal have got it within them to beat City. And if we was to go there and beat them, it would be a massive boost, not just for our FA Cup run, but projecting forward for the league as well.
Yeah.
Psychologically, that's massive.
And finally, Laurie, me and you have been going back and forth for the past 6 months to maybe 12 months about Eddie Nketiah and whether, he can fulfill that second striker role at Arsenal Football Club. He's hit the ground running. He's got 4 goals in 4 games since the World Cup break was over. A blank against Newcastle, but 2 today, 1 against West Ham and 1 against Brighton. Is it fair to say that he'll be judged on the next 3 games, Tottenham, United and City, more so than the ones we've just seen him in, considering me personally, I know we can score against the Oxfords. I know we can score against the West Hams and Brightons. It's my doubt comes in when we play the teams in the big 6, the teams in and around the top 4 positions. Is that fair to say, or is that a bit harsh?
Yes and no. It is fair to say because at the end of the day, you want your strikers to turn up in the big games and get your goals. However, if we win those games and it's other players in the team that score the goals, then it doesn't really matter too much. At the end of the day, a striker is judged on the amount of goals they score. And when they score those goals, you don't always look at them and say, oh, well, look, you only scored against Brighton and West Ham. What happened against Tottenham and Man City and Man United and so forth? So, listen, it depends on what side of the coin you want to look at it, But I just want to say about Eddie, like me and you it's been good-natured between yourself and I, but I've been critical of some of the fans who have been constantly on Eddie's case saying he's not good enough, he's not going to do it, rare. But if you look at his goal-scoring stats, I think from starts, every time he started, he's done well. And of course, his goal-scoring record for England is exemplary. So listen, this is a kid that can score goals, man. He's got talent, he's got good pace, he knows how to finish, he knows where the goal is. He's a good goal poacher. And if he's given the opportunities, I personally do believe that he can deliver. Now, will those goals take us to the promised land, the Holy Grail? Who knows? But I think at the moment, man, we have to trust in him. You know what I mean? I believe in the project. I think he can get the goals.
And one last question, because it just came to mind now. We've got 2 league games left from now until the end of January, moving into February. We're in the transfer window. We're 5 points clear at the top of the table, but those 2 games come against Tottenham away, United at home. 2 tough tests. Will we still be top heading into February?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. I like what I'm seeing from the team. Every time they're challenged, they seem to come up with the answers. It's going to be tough, though. I mean, make no mistake, man. All these games coming up, not just these 2 you're talking about. From here on in, the pressure is on. You've seen Pep the other day cranking up the pressure, talking about Arsenal expected points and stuff like that. That tells me that the battle is on, man. And I'm excited for it, man. I look forward to it. And I think the manager and the players and the fans should embrace this, because let's be honest, man, I know I didn't. And I think it's safe to say that you didn't see this at the start of the season. Here we are, you know what I mean, contesting the title, maybe even going on to win it. So it's exciting times, man. So we should embrace it, look forward to it. And every game is important, but it's important to remember that we don't have to win every game. I mean, we drew against Newcastle. A lot of people were disappointed and so forth. Listen, it's going to happen, man. City will drop points as well. So will we. But it's exciting. That's what we want.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.